At 74, Evelyn Carter lived in a quiet coastal town in South Carolina. For years, her mornings began the same way, a gentle walk beneath the oak trees, the scent of salt in the air, and the rhythmic sound of her footsteps on the pavement. But lately something changed. Her legs felt heavy, her steps slower, and in the middle of the night painful cramps would seize her calves, forcing her awake. She told herself, it's just age. But sometimes what we call aging is really the body whispering something's missing. And in Evelyn's case, that something was hiding in her fruit basket. Many believe weak legs or night cramps are an inevitable part of growing older, but research shows more than half of those struggles can be eased by the simplest choices at the table. In Texas, a retired bus driver named Raymond had almost given up his evening walks. Every few nights, sharp cramps would twist his calves, leaving him breathless in pain. His doctor said his potassium levels were low, a common but overlooked issue. So Raymond made one small change. He started adding jackfruit to his meals, fresh when he could find it, frozen when he couldn't. Within weeks, the cramps grew less frequent, his steps steadier. Because jackfruit, rich in potassium and vitamin B6, helps balance electrolytes so muscles contract and relax smoothly instead of locking up in the dark of night. In Ohio, Margaret, 71, loved tending her garden. But after half an hour, her calves would tighten painfully, forcing her to stop. When her doctor mentioned low potassium, she replaced her afternoon cookies with 2 plums instead. A few weeks later, she noticed something subtle. She could garden longer without the familiar sting in her legs. Plums didn't just ease the cramps, they strengthened her circulation with polyphenols, tiny antioxidants that protect blood vessels and bring oxygen to the muscles that carry us. In Arizona, George found the summer heat unbearable. Each evening his legs felt heavier as if they carried the weight of the sun itself. Then he began a new ritual, a chilled bowl of cantaloupe every afternoon. Soon he felt lighter. His sleep deeper, because cantaloupe, made of nearly 90% water, rehydrates the body naturally, restoring the electrolytes lost in heat and keeping muscles flexible and calm. After a long walk, many reach for sports drinks, but nature already made one: coconut water. A single cup contains potassium, magnesium, and sodium, the exact trio muscles need to relax and recover. It cools the system from within, gently calming the nerves that control every step. In New Mexico, Linda loved line dancing at her community hall, but her legs often cramped halfway through a song. When she began adding half an avocado to breakfast, something shifted. Her rhythm returned. She could dance to the final note. Avocados, rich in magnesium, potassium, and healthy fats, nourish both muscle and circulation. They keep the heart strong and the legs light enough to follow the music again. And then, there's the most familiar fruit of all, the banana. One medium banana holds about 10% of your daily potassium needs. Simple, sweet, and always within reach. For Frank, a retired firefighter who loved fishing, one banana before heading to the lake made all the difference. No more cramps on the dock, no more cutting the trip short. Sometimes it isn't a pill that restores strength, but a small, yellow reminder of what the body truly needs. These fruits, humble, ordinary, quietly rebuild what time has taken, but food is only one part of the story. Strength also comes from what we choose to do each day. Protein, the raw material of every muscle fiber. As we age, the body becomes less efficient at using it. That's why every meal should carry a little: eggs in the morning, yogurt or beans at lunch, fish or chicken at dinner. Omega-3s, the quiet healers found in salmon, sardines, and flaxseed, ease inflammation, keep blood vessels supple, and help oxygen reach every inch of the lower legs. Collagen, the invisible web holding knees and tendons together. Taken with vitamin C, it rebuilds the scaffolding that keeps movement smooth. Creatine, the spark of energy inside every cell. A few grams a day can help older muscles regain their quick strength, making it easier to rise, climb, and carry. Glucosamine and curcumin protect the joints, soften inflammation, and turn painful stiffness into motion again. Nutrition is the foundation, but habits, they are the builders of strength. First, movement. Muscles thrive on use. Even simple chair rises 8 times twice a day keep the thighs awake and the blood flowing. Second, balanced eating. Don't save protein for dinner. Feed your muscles throughout the day so they always have what they need to repair. Third, rest. True strength is forged in sleep. When the body dreams, it heals, mending the fibers torn by effort and restoring what time wears down. Fourth, hydration. Water carries nutrients to every cell. A sip in the morning, a glass before meals, tiny moments that keep the heart and muscles in rhythm. Fifth, break the stillness. The body was never made to sit all day. Every 30 to 60 minutes, stand, stretch, lift your heels, remind your blood to move. Weeks later, Evelyn woke before sunrise. The house was quiet. Outside, the world shimmered in soft gold. She tied her shoes, and for the first time in months, her legs felt steady beneath her. She stepped onto the porch, took a deep breath, and smiled. It wasn't magic, just small choices repeated long enough to become strength. Our legs don't just carry our weight, they carry our stories, our memories, our independence. Every fruit chosen, every sip of water, every step taken is a message to the body that says, I'm still moving forward. And when we listen, the body always answers with quiet strength beneath our steps.